So, good morning, you beautiful creation that God has made. It's another day, which means another devotional. No fancy edits, nothing like that. I had the video recorded, edited, and was ready to upload, and then I accidentally deleted it, so we're recording it again. Oh my goodness. Today's date is September 18th. Pray without ceasing. Men always ought to pray and not lose heart. Luke 18:1. Prayer does not have to be eloquent or contain the language and terms of a well-seasoned theologian. In fact, sometimes our simplest, most heartfelt prayers are the most pleasing to God. When you made your decision for Christ, you became a child of God, adopted by Him into His family forever. Now you have the wonderful privilege of coming directly into His presence and addressing God as your Father. In the beginning, you may not be fluent. You may mess up like a lot, but it's important to begin. My late wife, not me, this devotional. My late wife had a notebook she had kept of our children as they were beginning to talk. She treasured these first attempts at speaking, mistakes and all. She said, I wouldn't take anything for that book. When Paul said we should pray without ceasing in 1 Thessalonians 5:17, he chose a term used in his day to describe a persistent cough. Repeatedly throughout our day, we should be turning quickly to God to praise and thank Him, and to ask for His help in every situation. God is interested in everything we do. Nothing is too great or too insignificant to share with Him. Here's hope for today. Do you struggle with knowing what to say when you pray? Paul told his readers to offer thanks and present their requests in Philippians 4:6. Acknowledge your sin and shortcomings. Thank God for His grace, gifts, and guidance. Trust Him, knowing that He loves you with an everlasting love. Real quick, because there's no edits. What this devotional reminded me of was my position as a father, right? It helped me remember that God, I have this relationship with Him now. Now, although I have this idea of what I want my prayers to sound like, is not exactly how I think it's going to go. Everybody's prayer life is different, for sure. You should have one, 100%. I'm not saying don't have a prayer life. You 100% need a prayer life. How you go about said prayer life is different from somebody else. So one, don't compare yourself to somebody else, because you are different. You're fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. You have something that He hasn't given anybody else. You were made on purpose for a purpose. Your prayer life is going to be different from, person down the street. Second thing that I gained perspective on in this devotional was, as a dad myself, each of my kids are different, right? That's why I was talking about number one. Each of my children are different, so they're going to come to me in different ways. They're not going to come to me in the same exact way. But ultimately, they can still come to me. For some reason, why can I expect that dynamic of our relationship between myself and my children, but I have this mental disconnect for when I'm trying to pray with my Father in heaven? Don't know. That's something that I'm working on. I don't need to be a well-seasoned theologian to talk to God. I can come to Him with anything that is on my heart, and I can build my relationship by talking with Him. I encourage you to do the same. See? No edits. No stumbling over my words. Just a dad sharing Jesus. For more devotionals, hit the playlist down at the bottom and follow for more. Y'all be blessed.